Hey guys, it's Krish V, your favorite PAC, and in today's video we're going to be talking about what I do personally when I get sick.
Nothing on this video or channel is medical advice. Please do not do anything in relation to your health without talking to your medical provider first. All this information is just for entertainment purposes. None of the information in this video is a cure or treatment option for COVID-19. None of the thoughts, ideas, or data presented on this video and channel are associated with any affiliate, medical practices, companies, individuals, or others.
So, I'm one of those people that used to get sick a lot more frequently, and when I used to get sick, it would be terrible. Like a week or two of like just being super weak, tired, and so many symptoms. And then on top of that, I had asthma that would get really exacerbated, and the asthma symptoms would come on really strong, like all those respiratory issues and congestion issues. So these are things that I've added to my regimen when I get sick to help prevent those respiratory issues and to really shorten the duration of my illness. But Krish, what are you talking about? When you get sick, all you have to do is go to the doctor and he'll give you some antibiotics. So yeah, you can go that route, but just remember, antibiotics do come with their own side effect risks. A lot of these antibiotics give, a lot of diarrhea. They mess up your gut flora, and we know that the, stomach health, the gut flora is very important for mental health. There are a lot of studies out there now that are showing the relationship of, the gut flora, like our stomach health and our mental health, linking antibiotics with, depression and anxiety and all these different things. So, there might be some better alternatives. So when I get sick, I don't run and try to get on antibiotics as soon as possible to fix my situation. What I like to do is, a couple things at home to help the situation, and then I also try to get some medical intervention involved, but some more natural medical intervention. So what I'll start doing at home is I'll kind of switch over to a more liquid diet, things that are very easy to digest, like like soup, some vegetables. Like I will go more vegetable heavy. Try to get away from caffeine, alcohol, anything that's going to dehydrate you. Intake a lot of fluids. You don't want to take in a lot of sugar, so don't, pound a lot of Gatorade and, these things that have tons of sugars. So when you're increasing your intake of fluids, one of the drinks you may want to make is a ginger and honey tea, taking fresh, raw ginger and, grinding it up and, mixing with some honey and some, decaffeinated tea. Maybe to help, soothe your throat, or, it just helps kind of relax the body a little bit. And the ginger also has properties to help detoxify the body a little. So I also recommend trying to stay away from a lot of fatty meats. Obviously no fast food and, all this greasy foods. Definitely try to stick with things that are easy to digest. If you are going to eat meat, if you're a big meat eater, try to, reduce your portion of meat. If you are going to eat meat, make sure you separate and eat meat by itself, or meat and just a little bit of vegetables. Don't mix meat and potatoes and rice, because, your body secretes a specific type of enzyme to break down meat, and then a different type of enzyme for carbohydrates. So when you eat the two together, you might be stressing out your digestive system a little bit too much. So try to avoid it. I tell this to people normally, like if normally you should be trying to separate your meats and your carbohydrates. So definitely try to stick with more veggies. Things that are easy to digest. You could have some fruit, just don't go crazy with the fruit because you don't want to get too much sugar during this time. A great vegetable to eat is garlic. Garlic has a lot of antibiotic properties to it. Just be careful when you eat it. It can upset your stomach, so if you're eating garlic, try to Start slow, start with smaller pieces. There are some recipes on YouTube. I'm sure you could find how to prepare garlic to make it easier to eat and more pleasant. Guys, if you found any of this information useful, please hit that like button. It would help the YouTube algorithm and also help get this video out to more people. So now let's shift into the more medical intervention side of it. Well, natural medical intervention. So one thing I would do is I would get a D3 shot. Vitamin D3 is critical for our immune system and also for regulating our hormones. I saw an article recently that said that patients that are suffering from the virus going around right now, a lot of them that have passed away had low levels of vitamin D3. We normally get vitamin D3 from the sun, but because we have become a very indoor society, we need to find other ways to get vitamin D3. A lot of people, when they take vitamin D3 orally, it just doesn't absorb right. You have to absorb it and digest it and all that kind of stuff. So how much of it are you really getting? I rather just get the intramuscular shot, get it over with, and it's like a once a week kind of thing. So the next thing on my list is I would get a high dose vitamin C IV drip. I would put at least 25,000 milligrams of vitamin C in it. Maybe throw in some B complex, in there, throw in some, trace minerals in there. So there are tons of studies out there on vitamin C and how it can be beneficial for our health during these immune, responses when we encounter some kind of infection. This one study says that vitamin C is a potent antioxidant that gives the immune system a boost. There's another study that shows that megadosing vitamin C before and during prevents and relieves symptoms, and it shows that symptoms were decreased by 85% in cold and flus. In another study, they concluded that IV vitamin C should be studied as a vital component of the treatment protocol for viral infections. So I want to emphasize again that these protocols really should be done in the first 24 hours. As soon as you start feeling sick, you start having some kind of symptoms, that is when you should start implementing these protocols. Don't wait till things get worse and worse and then try to get some kind of treatment. So the next thing on my list is zinc. Zinc is something really easy to add into your regimen, especially in the early onset of symptoms. Zinc, there's tons of studies out there on zinc and how it can help, with infections and all these kind of things. So, do a little research on it. Easy to do. Just remember, zinc, also the IV vitamin C, it can cause a little, GI upset. It can upset your stomach a little bit. So make sure you take some food beforehand. The IV vitamin C, you may want to drip it slower to help avoid some of that GI upset. I've spoken to a few medical providers and they've told me that they are using high dose vitamin C in the hospitals right now, along with a couple of different things. Obviously they're using, a multitude of different therapies, including antivirals and, antibiotics and this and that, depending on each patient, because they have progressed to different stages. So the last thing on my list is a peptide. It's a naturally occurring peptide in our body. It's called thymosin alpha-1. I'm going to be making a video on thymosin alpha-1 in the future, just because there's so much to talk about it. It is a wonderful peptide. It's one of the safest peptides, that we have studies on. We give this peptide to a lot of different patients that have a lot of different immune system issues. So thymosin alpha-1 improves innate immunity when needed and down regulates immunity when not. So kind of putting it in a nutshell is it helps kind of optimize your immune system. When you have like an infection or something, it does help, with the T1, T2 cells, all these different things. But on the other side, if you have autoimmune issues like allergies, it can actually help, regulate your allergies better so you're not having such terrible allergies all the time. All right, guys, I just want to reiterate again that none of this is a treatment for the current virus. That is a multi-billion-dollar bid between these big pharma companies, and vitamins and minerals, and these things have no place. All right, guys, so if you like any of this content, please like, subscribe, and share this video. Please try to help this message get out to more people, help this channel grow. If you have any questions, let me know, post them below, and I'll see you on the next one.